Oh, that's where that orange bed was. Anyways, hello guys, welcome back to another episode on Divergent SMP. It's been quite not a bit of time since I've uploaded. I've just recently uploaded a video about me breaking every rule in Divergent SMP. Today's episode is going to be a bit more creative, shall I say. This episode is going to be a bit more localized in just our plans for the island. And let's just quickly head over and, oh, I'm on the ground. Let's just quickly head over and just simply see what we need to do. Alright, it should be pretty obvious as I slowly head here. You can definitely tell that a lot has been missing since the last episode. And I definitely can't say for a fact that I've done a little bit of work early on this time, so I don't have to deal with this later on. The mountain has been slightly decreased a bit, however that's Squiddy's job, not mine. I cleared out basically a lot of this land, and for obvious reasons it really hurt just trying to do that. We also got that thing over there. It was Squiddy's birthday recently. I didn't do anything for it because let's just move on. But so far nothing has remotely changed other than this huge lovely thing. And this was made using, I think, terracotta. Alright, so we have these plots here. These are going to be my job to do since I have to do most of the building aspect while Squiddy does most of the stuff that makes me get the items. So, looks like we have around, at most 15. I didn't really get a direct count. But by looking at this, one has been claimed by Potboar. There was a message. I want to see what that is. Pot gay. I mean, Potboar really is happy most of the time, I think. I'm not gonna argue with that one. I'm just gonna keep his word for it. If that's what he says, sure. I'm not gonna say anything about it. But anyways, this is just only one section. Remember this. We're not even done with the whole island. And I do want to show off like a few plans that I want mine to do. So obviously this here is the city part, but we still have this whole island to work with. We do also have a plan with this area here that we started. This is supposed to be for a beach, which I am pretty excited to work on. We already have a small little teaser that I've shown already. It's a huge anchor and looks absolutely beautiful. Other than that, we don't really have much. And we're basically just going on, like, as we go on, we're just improvising, so it's going to be pretty nice to have this fully completed by the season. So one of the quote-unquote resets that we're going to do is going to be 1.17, which is going to be the half update of the cave. So that means new chunks will be generated, and that means we'll get to use the amethyst stuff, the new blocks that will be coming to this first half. And then we're going to have Season 4, which will be the full reset when 1.18 comes out, also known as the fully complete Caves and Mountains update. And this isn't 100% confirmed or solidified, but that is the common thought process that most of the staff has, and also with the community. So I'm pretty excited. We still have a whole lot of time. Remember, the full updates, the full resets coming out in winter, and it's barely hitting summer. So, you know, we still have a lot of time, and basically, all I have to do is just design and basically just grind for materials, and then I can easily craft this up. I actually do want to take a look on what's inside here. Oh, it's just emptiness. What about the top? Let's see what's at the top. I haven't seen the show at all, so I don't know what this is. And if we go in here, we have, I guess, another extra room. This place really looks amazing for a farm. Like, we can hide one in here. And that kind of makes sense with the premise of this place. I don't know, guys. I haven't watched Phineas and Ferb. If you guys got any information on what that is, please do. All I know is that their summers are relentlessly never-ending. Anyways, now that we just seen everything on this survival world, we will be going on to the creative world, and we're going to be designing a few of these buildings. I will talk to Squiddy to figure out what these buildings are supposed to be, whether they're supposed to be functional or just decorative. And it's turning night, so let's quickly do that. But I'm going to be leaving Potboard's plot here, and if he wants me to do stuff like decorating here and there, I'll do it. You know, I don't mind, because, you know, being a Divergent is always being friendly. So while I go ask Squiddy some questions and, you know, set up the creative server that me and Squiddy have been building in and trying to get all the measurements for each building, let's just quickly play the time lapse of, you know, me digging this. And hopefully I have some pretty nice jamming music. And if you haven't found out, I went back to Andreas' music. It's so good with the synth wave. Instead of, you know, Erling, even though it sounds amazing, I don't really want to copy a hermit. So let's just quickly start the time lapse and, you know, let's just see how painful this actually was. Alright, so before I head into the creative world, apparently there's been a few more changes to, you know, our island, because it always does for some apparent reason. First of all, we're carving it down even lower. Apparently the nice level of 69 still isn't enough for Squiddy. And I believe we're going down to level 66 or 67, I'm unsure, but I don't want to touch this yet, in case Squiddy does want to, like, you know, like change his mind about like the depthness or whatever, like in terms of going down. Anyways, this island has become super bare of mycelium, so finding food is going to be a quite more difficult, you know. Every single time my food runs low, I always head to the island and just do a little massacre on the little Rebeccas that exist on this island. And, you know, when this whole island becomes concrete, I really doubt there's going to be any mushroom left. It's not going to be a mushroom island anymore, guys. It's going to be completely plastic. That moon really made it look very sinister, didn't it? Alright, let's go quickly go to sleep. Alright, perfect. There we go. We don't need this leather anymore. So Squiddy has given me some news regarding the plots. And if we look over here, I said there were like 11 or 12, whatever. One of them belongs to Potboard. However, he has told me that these are not going to be like storage related stuff. This is literally just going to be, you know, plots for literally anything you want to build. So we're going to have to choose one of these plots because I need to claim one. And hopefully, when I do it, it's free. And I don't know how this claiming system works, right? Like, I don't know if you have to pay a fee or just anything. And like I'm like the second in hand here, so I'm assuming I can get it for free, so I'm just gonna go just grab one. Now I want to be like very like thoughtful about this, right? So if you go up here again, whee, there are plots that are scattered around that kind of makes it look kind of ugly, like depending on how you build it. Let's land on here. There we go. So like these plots right here, these three, if you go high enough, they're going to block the majestic Rebecca statue that we have here. And, you know, it's going to block the way. So I want to make something that will, you know, we see this, we're going to obviously look at this huge difference, however you pronounce it, tower, Rebecca, and then most importantly, we want to have something beside Rebecca that will, you know, add a little bit more height. But not as tall as this tower, but a little bit higher than Rebecca's tower. And I think the perfect spot for this, if I just swoop on down, is this level, right here. Now, I haven't really thought about the dimension size, so I'm going to do a quick count before we continue. Alright, so it is a 21 by 18 square, which is pretty nice. Like, it's almost square, but it's not like a complete square, which will help the fact that it's going to be like there's going to be one long side instead of like all equals. So we're going to have our plot here, although I don't have a sign. Let's see if there's a sign anywhere. I did see this thing while I was flying, and I wonder what it is. Oh. Oh, upside down teenager. Yeah, let's just call it that. Okay, I think there's a sign somewhere back in our base. And, you know, I've been thinking about it, what I should build. I might build my house there. And I don't know if you guys know this, but our base doesn't have a house at all. Like, there's no such thing as, like, a actual legit house. Potbore has one. Like, it looks like an actual house, and there's the lag. I have this mere tent I haven't went back to in so long, and Squiddy has devoted his life as a little hobbit. Now, I hopefully have a sign or whatever. I actually do want to check, because there's, okay. You're coming back to haunt me now, huh? I believe I did hide some stuff in here. Looks like they've been cleared out. I don't know if it's been robbed or anything, or there's been nothing in there for the whole time. But I have kept stuff in there before, but I don't remember if I've taken them out or not. So hopefully there should be enough for some sign. Ooh, we don't have any wood. This chest monster is a complete pain. Alright, we have a dragon egg here for some reason. I don't know why. Let's see. We have one oak plank. We have enough sticks, obviously. We only have 2 of those. Guess we're gonna have to sacrifice a tree for this. Alright, I don't know why this tree's been floating this whole time. Number 1 rule of Minecraft, that's not dig straight down, is to never leave your trees floating. Yet, we broke that for who knows how long. But let's see. This should give us enough for a sign. No, it doesn't. Okay. Okay, hopefully we can chop this final tree down. Nope, we're gonna keep that thing floating then. Okay. I think this should be enough for a sign. There we go. We have 3, although that's a bit too much. I'm not planning to claim 3. Unless Squiddy wants me to. Then I'll be down for that. But for now, we just need to claim that 1 plot, because so far the few people that Squiddy and I have been anticipating is 1, obviously, that's Potbore. He already claimed a spot. At least I think he did. And then we have 2 other people, Shroot and Jack, which are fellow admins of the server, and they share the same birthday as Squiddy, which is kind of amazing. How 3 people share the same birthday, and funnily enough, they all had a duel to see who would keep their birthday. It was kind of confusing in a way, but they are potentially going to have a claimed a plot as well, although it's not really clear whether they will, because I don't think we really invited them yet. I think it was just a little thinking phase, really. So we're going to choose right here. I'm just going to, you know, this is the Alpha's plot. Please don't touch she. And then, you know, we're gonna use our final sign. Bazinga. Alright. So we got our plot here. It's a 21 by 18 thing. And hopefully we don't need anything else to work on, because Squiddy said I only need to build 1 thing. But we have like multiple plots here, so we might make a little business opportunity here and sell some of these plots for people to live in. But otherwise, I think that should be good enough in this survival world. I am basically the only one here. Demon Azarath is AFK doing whatever. So I don't want to dawdle anymore on this huge rant that I'm going on about. So we're going to quickly go onto the creative world to be free of these diamond armor and elytras and just fly for all eternity. So let's just get moving on. Wait, I think I have an idea. Alright, so I think if you just do this, Okay, if we just go over here, press F1 and just look into the mycelium. Okay, I think that worked. Perfect. All right, awesome. So, I have done this before. This is my third attempt making this. It hurts to say that it's been a long time. It's been a long ride since I've done this. So this was the first idea that I was gonna make. I don't have a time lapse of this because this is gonna be unused. But this was the modern house that I was going to build for Squiddy. Unfortunately, he doesn't want modern. So it's my plot. I should build what I want to build, but whatever. Okay, we're just gonna build something different. Hopefully he approves of it this time. Which is kind of odd to say at the very least, but I mean, we have more progress than we had last season, so I'm not gonna really complain too much. So I don't actually know what to do now. Like this modern house, I actually like it quite a bit. I was gonna make this my house, but I guess I can't do it. I had like some storage here, and then like a little bedroom, I guess, and then there were stairs leading up to it, and of course I had Chesterford. And of course I had Chestercat over here sitting in his home outside. So now we have to do something else. He wanted cartoony, which was kind of difficult because, you know, I build based off of reference images, and the problem was every single tutorial was based on an existent film or cartoon series. So I'm very lost here. So there's not much I can do, but we're going to make this a time lapse as recording this whole thing was super painful. So let's just show it off as we build. Now Squiddy said he want a more cartoony build, however I really didn't know how to do that. So what I did was I just took a pretty modern tower that many people know this design of, and I just made it more vibrant. And in hindsight, I noticed how it looked like Pacific in Hermitcraft 7, and that was not my intention because I really don't follow along Iskal's and Mumbo Jumbo's path during Season 7. But as you can see, I'm working on a 5x5 square sections, 3 on each side, alternating in and out. And this provides a pretty cool, nice depth to it. However, I did it slightly wrong, I believe. I think you're supposed to go out first, but as you can see, as I'm building higher, you notice that there are holes in alternating layers, so that was kind of bad. But I was able to fill in the gaps using blue concrete, which I'd say looks pretty nice. It actually does bring out the corners a bit more with the more darker shade. Now, with the two materials for the squares, I used light blue concrete and cyan wool. Now, the reason why I wanted to do cyan wool is because I wanted to have a distinguish in color. And looking at the different variations, I saw that cyan wool was a bit more vibrant, but still kept its original color, unlike light blue, which was a bit too bright for my eyes. And of course, in the end, I topped it off with a blue roof. Okay, so here is our final product. It's very barren, and you know, I just worked on the frame. I'm just joking, here it is. So, this is basically the quote-unquote final product, I guess. There is no interior because I was too lazy to do that. But here we have ourselves the floors all nicely done with a nice white glass flooring. So when you look down, you get this awesome infinity fog feature. And then if we go up, we have a bubble vader that goes up and down. If we go down, we can barely see, we can't even see the bottom floor, which is kind of cool for hide and seek, unless you have a mini maps, and that kind of sucks. But we also have it down here, a down elevator. Oh, I said down here. And then we also have this dead drop, in case you really want to get to the bottom. In case you really want to get to the bottom real quickly, all you have to do is just hold space, and there we go. Made it all the way to the bottom. That looks impressive. You can't even see the blue at all. So this is our tower, and I made sure that there were no windows here. So if I go grab myself an elytra and rockets, we are able to fly through as much as we can. I did want to have the roof. Oh, there we go. So I wanted there to be a solid roof, so basically you can't get on from the top, but you're able to access it basically from anywhere else from every other window, which is kind of cool. I mean, look, we could just like, I want to go to this floor really quickly, and there you go. And it's also very fun to fly around in these holes. Yeah, it's super fun to just zoom around. So yeah, that's our tower. Very blue looking and totally not ripped off from Pacific from Hermitcraft. Again, this was completely unintentional. Squiddy pointed that out. Like when I said I want a cyan and light blue, the first thing he said was so Pacific. And then I looked at an image, and yeah, it looks like Pacific, but hey, the squares are smaller, and there is no gray on the inside. And also, there is no cool logo. I did wanted to add my logo here, but I don't know how to do that. I might ask someone to help me, but I don't think I'll work on that at all. I think we'll just leave that empty blue, or have an H for a helipad. Actually, that brings a really good idea. Have a helicopter on this thing. Yeah, let's do that. Even more cartoonish. But yeah, that's all we have for this episode. It was mainly just a creative building thing. Kinda sucks that this thing didn't get to be an actual product. This was probably my best modern house I've built. But anyways, you guys know what to do. Leave a like and subscribe if you want more Divergent content like this. And remember, always have a good day, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye!